What is going on, guys? It is me, Rakish Talent, back with a new video. And hope you guys are doing well. I haven't done videos in a while because, just working, earning money and stuff. So I'm not doing too much anymore. Streaming very rarely, if ever. But today was one of those days where I kind of want to talk a bit about the MMORPGs of the world again. And we just had the July dev stream of Pantheon Rise of the Fallen coming out, and I checked the recording, and man, I don't know. Whenever I see this, I'm like, man, this is it, you know. I think it will take a long time until it actually comes out. It's just a big, big project. Like a game like this, especially when you're not a lot of people, it's just gonna take forever. But they're going in the right direction, and I really like this. The reason I wanted to make a video today is because I kind of want to talk about the MMORPGs that are coming out in the future and how I think the Pantheon is probably the only one where I have any hopes of it actually being a good MMORPG. Now, what do I think by that? We've seen like games coming out like Lost Ark, for example, Black Desert, right? Those are great games. People like those. People enjoy those games, and they are huge. They're bringing in a lot of money, right? So people could say that those games are successful. However, I really do not like those games. I really don't. I tried them, I played them for a while, I even played them with some friends, and it's just not the kind of MMORPG that I want to play. What do I mean by that? So, most MMORPGs that come out nowadays, for some reason, maybe because most people like this apparently, I'm not sure, maybe I'm one of the minorities, is that I don't like when an MMORPG is more of a hack and slash than actually an RPG, right? I do not like when I'm going into Black Desert and the combat is so ridiculously over the top that I can pull 20 mobs, AoE kicking them into fucking heaven without losing any HP, and you keep repeating doing this. I can see how people have fun in this, but I'm not a guy who likes games like Diablo, right? Many people do. I'm not a guy who really enjoys that kind of playstyle. I think it gets boring really quick. It's just about pulling a big amount of mobs. I know I can't die. Nothing will happen to me. I do the same rotation. Mobs die. I loot. That's it. I do not enjoy this. So I grew up with WoW, right? And I know that a lot of EverQuest people probably say WoW was already dumbed down a lot, right? I don't know because I never played EverQuest. However, in WoW at the start of the game, vanilla WoW, it was not a hack and slash at all. So I don't know why people kind of forget those times, right? For example, in vanilla WoW, when I walk into a cave, right, and I'm by myself, I'm leveling a warrior, right? Original vanilla WoW, I'm going to that cave. I have to be careful on how many enemies I pull, right? I cannot go in and pull the whole cave and AoE them down. That's not how it works. I have to pull one, maybe two, and then I have to be really focusing on what I'm doing, getting those mobs down, maybe bandage myself after the fight, eat something, and then keep going. If I pull like 3-4 mobs and I'm by myself, you're fucked. You need to run. This is what I miss about them RPGs, and somehow nobody talks about that. Nobody does. And it bothers me. I need some danger. I need some... It's so hard to explain what I mean, but I'm pretty sure that people who play EverQuest, who are excited for Pantheon, they know what I mean, right? And this is one of those things that have been lost over the time, or have been kind of replaced with this hack and slash AoE 1,000 mobs kind of playstyle. I played Lost Ark. I enjoyed it. I really did. The combat was fun. It was fun AoEing those mobs down, but it got really boring to me really quick. And that's kind of the point I'm trying to get at, right? And I feel like Pantheon is one of the only games where this is gonna happen. I'm not saying that you can't AoE down mobs, right? Maybe there's a class like the mage, or I'm sorry, I'm a WoW player, that can pull more than just one mob, right? And maybe maybe be fine with it, but that's not going to be for every class. And if you're in a group and you go into a dungeon or like a cave, you have to be strategic about it. You have to make sure you don't pull too many mobs, right? Pull 1 and 2 and get those down. Be careful if there's no pats coming around, that might attack you as well. This is what I'm looking for. And the thing is, the next MMORPGs that are coming out is probably Ashes of Creation at some point, and maybe the Riot MMORPG. League of Legends. Not League of Legends, but the one that Riot is making. And I gotta be honest with you, and Pantheon, obviously, at some point. And I don't know. Like, for me, for example, the Riot MMORPG, I don't have many hopes for that game, right? It's gonna be a huge game. It's gonna be absolutely, like, it's gonna be massive. And what that means is it has to cater to all kinds of people. It will be like a dumbed down MMORPG again, right? And I have hopes that it's gonna be good, but, you know, at the same time, I kind of know that it's not gonna happen. And when it comes down to the Ashes of Creation kind of game, I like the way they're going. I like they're kind of like, how should I say, not independent, but they're like a big company that is like, you know, just trying to dumb the game down for everyone. I do think that Ashes of Creation, especially with the last stream that they showed us, how the combat looks and the animations, it will be more of like a hack and slash kind of game too. And I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just... The thing is, I never really hear people talk about this kind of point, about like danger and strategic pulls and that kind of stuff. And I don't know why. Am I just getting something wrong here, or what's going on? Let me know, guys, what you guys think about this. But I just want one of those games back where I go into a cave. I have to make sure I look around every corner, especially if I'm by myself, right? I can only pull one mob. There's like some dark, creepy, scary music maybe in the background, right? You hear the winds, you're like in a cave, and you have to be careful, you know? The immersion is so much more intensive, if that is the case, than me just walking into a cave, pulling everything, and doing my AoE rotation. And that's pretty much all all I wanted to get out. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this. And especially like one guy that really I don't watch him a lot, like Asmongold on Twitch, right? I think he's a cool dude, but I remember like he was kind of hating on Pantheon for the way it looked, and probably also the things he saw, like how the game was being played. But it's weird to me, right? Because he's a guy that loved Classic WoW, and Classic WoW, he's not bashing Classic WoW for what it was, because in Classic WoW you weren't doing roundhouse spin kicks and AoEing 30,000 mobs down, right? Maybe some mages were doing it, but not when the game came out, not when the game started. Maybe nowadays a bit more. So yeah, that's all I kind of wanted to get out, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Have a good one, and man, I hope that this game comes out at some point, because this is just a huge project. This is a big game, and if you're not a lot of people, this can take forever, right? I know that they started this development a long time ago. I know that some people gave up on it, but man, I don't know. My hopes are still kind of there, because everything nowadays is so rigged, you know? It's so... not rigged, I think that's the wrong word, but if you have like a big company like Riot, for example, they think more about how to advertise a game and how to make the most money out of it than actually making a good game. It's not like 50-50, it's like 80% just working on money and how to get people into a vicious cycle of spending money, and I feel like a game like Pantheon, sure, they have to make money, but I think that the percentage of making a good game first is way higher, compared to, like, you know, the balance between thinking about data and analyzing what people are spending on, or how much money people are spending and stuff. So I don't know, man. My hopes are still up, you know. One day, maybe one day, we'll walk the world of Terminus. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you guys have a good day, good night, wherever you are, and maybe one day, guys. Maybe one day. Bye-bye.